I woke up to my daughter crying at 4 a.m. That's a horror story in itself, right? Unfortunately, it gets worse. Let me start from the beginning. My husband Michael and I live in the rural town of H, Michigan. We have a 5-week-old daughter named Riley. She's doing well, but wakes up several times a night. Every single night. Thankfully, on weekend nights, Michael takes baby duty. He's amazing. He gives her a bath, reads her a story, rocks her, and puts her to sleep. And he sleeps right in the nursery with her. The only thing he's bad at? Singing lullabies to her. He's completely tone deaf. I usually shut the door when he gets to that part. So last night, when I heard her crying at the ungodly hour of 4 a.m., I assumed Michael was on it. I rolled over and tried to fall back asleep, but she continued wailing. Where? I pulled the covers over my head. Where? I turned up my white noise to full blast. Where? I jolted up. Damn it, Michael. Are you even trying to calm her down? I heaved myself out of bed, threw on my robe, and opened the door. Where? I froze in the doorway. The cries weren't coming from her room. They were coming from downstairs. I peered down. Dim, golden light shone across the floor, coming from the living room. Michael? I called. No response, other than the blood-curdling where. Is everything okay? I shouted, louder this time. The shadows shifted across the floor, but no answer. I took a step down. Footsteps coming from her room. I froze. The doorknob turned. Michael walked out of the bedroom, rubbing his eyes, his mouth wide with a yawn. You left Riley downstairs alone? What's wrong with you? I began running down the stairs, my robe flying behind me. He grabbed my arm. That isn't Riley. What are you talking about? Shh. He pushed his door open. I turned, and my heart began to pound. In the dim light, I could see a little pink bundle rising and falling with each breath. I held my breath. Slowly, I backed up the stairs, careful not to make even the quietest creak. He pulled me into the bedroom. Click. He shut the door. Click. He locked it and dragged a chair in front. Maybe it's just the baby next door, I said, trying to calm myself. The Johnsons live a quarter-mile away. I looked at him, my eyes wild. Maybe it's... It was coming from downstairs, Katie. You and I both heard it. He began pushing the dresser. It didn't budge. There's someone down there. But... Shh! Michael held a finger to his lips. The wailing continued. Hear that? He whispered. Yes, I hear the screaming baby. No. There's a pattern. 2 short cries, then a long cry, then a raspy cry. So? He turned to me, his eyes wide, and said, It's a recording. I felt my breath catch in my throat. Someone's down there playing a recording of a baby crying? I said incredulously. Why? Isn't it obvious? With a grunt, he pushed the dresser. It wobbled and shifted maybe half an inch across the carpet. To lure us out there. Well... I jumped, but it was only Riley crying, woken up by our loud whispers. Michael swooped her up, singing a terribly off-key rendition of Bram's lullaby in her ear. We need to call 911, I said, feeling for my pocket. My phone. Where's my phone? I must have left it in the other bedroom. In the soft moonlight, Michael was pale as a ghost. And mine's out of battery. Maybe we can get out the window, I said. Shaking, I wrenched it open. The cool breeze blew in, and the forest was black as ever. Only our neighbors, the Johnsons, were too far away. And the drop, just looking down, made my stomach turn. The lawn bench looked like it belonged to dolls. The barren garden beds were like tiles on a checkerboard. What do we do? I'll get your phone. What? You just said yourself, someone is out there. Your door is 5 feet across the hallway. I'll make it across before they can get upstairs. Michael, no. The dresser's too heavy to move across the door. The chair isn't good enough. Sooner or later, they're going to come upstairs, kick down the door, and who knows what. I'm going. He handed Riley to me. Wish me luck. And before I could stop him, he opened the door. And as soon as he did, the cries stopped. I froze, clinging to the crib. "They know you're out there," I screamed internally. I rushed to the door and clicked the lock shut, ready for Michael to rush back inside. Thump. A footstep at the base of the stairs. Thump. Thump. Slow, heavy footsteps, growing louder and faster. The unmistakable sound of someone running up the stairs. Michael dashed back in. I slammed the door shut. Thump. The door rattled. Thump. Thump. The hinges groaned. "Let me in!" My eyes widened. It was Michael's voice. "Hey, leave us alone!" Michael shouted, holding me close. "Katie, it's me!" Thump. Thump. "Let me in!" I looked at Michael. "That sicko must have recorded my voice," he whispered back, fear in his eyes. "Whoever that is, it's not me." His voice cracked with desperation. "Get out of our house! Katie, please, it's me!" Michael grabbed the dresser. Groaning, he dragged it across the door. The cries became muffled, faint, barely understandable. I could only make out my name, yelled every so often, and the dulled thumps against the door. When the siren sounded faintly through the window, the voice stopped. By the time the police arrived, he was gone. The evidence remained, though. A broken window, muddy footprints. "We'll dust for fingerprints and run it through our database," one of the officers told us. But most people are smart enough to wear gloves these days. They gave us paperwork, phone numbers, and left. After checking the locks for the 100th time, we sat down on the bed. Riley, severely overtired like both of us, began to wail. "Can you put her to sleep? I'm exhausted," I said, rubbing my eyes. "Of course." He lay Riley across his chest, rocking her slowly. I stumbled across the hallway to my bedroom. The sun was just peeking over the pine trees. Bright golden rays shone through the window, lighting up the room. Sighing in relief, I collapsed onto the bed and closed my eyes. Across the hall, I could hear Michael's soft voice singing. Lullaby and good night. Go to sleep now, little Riley. Perfectly on key. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments below, and tell me what you thought of this narration. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for updates, and if you'd like to get early videos, shoutouts, high quality MP3 downloads of my narrations, and much more, I'd appreciate it if you check out my Patreon page. It's a place where you can help support my channel while getting awesome rewards in the process, and every pledge helps out a ton, no matter the size. So if you'd like to see all the rewards I offer and consider becoming a patron, it'd mean a ton to me if you'd click the link in the description and just check it out. And don't forget to show some love to the amazingly talented authors who make these narrations possible. Have a good night, everybody. Cheers.